This is the Colbor CL100, a new bicolor COB light that costs only $200. COB lights are one of the first lights that I recommend for someone who's building out their kit because they offer so much flexibility. They provide clean, crisp, harsh shadows, or you can modify them by adding a softbox for a nice, soft, even key light that's very flattering on faces. And more of these COB lights, including the CL100, now offer bicolor capabilities, which is so handy to adjust the color temperature on the fly without the need of colored gels. For example, if your location has lights that produce a kind of funky color temperature, you can change the white balance on your light and on your camera. That way you get consistent matching colors throughout your scene. The CL100 includes many different features such as candle, bonfire, pulsing, faulty bulb, flash, and lightning. Now these effects are something that I don't see myself using frequently, but it's good to know that it's there if I ever do need those effects. One thing I really like about the CL100 is that it comes with a carrying case, a remote, and they even offer a V-mount adapter, so if you want to run this off of battery power, you can. And this makes it even easier to bring out on location. To give you a sense of what these lights are capable of, I like to compare them to similar lights in this price range to give you a sense of how well it performs. So I'll also compare it to the Ninja 400, which is also bicolor. So the first up is the Colbor CL100, and at 5600 Kelvin, the Colbor does a pretty good job with exposure, giving us a reading of f13 at about 6 feet away. Switching over to the Ninja 400, it is slightly stronger, giving us f14. Switching to 3200 Kelvin, we do notice a drop in exposure on both lights. Both of them drop by about a stop, so we get an f10 on the Colbor and f11 on the Ninja 400. And switching to 6500 Kelvin, both lights give us an exposure reading of f14. So now let's take a look at the color quality. At 5600 Kelvin, the colors are quite good and each light performs about the same. I do notice, however, on the Ninja there is a bit more magenta, so I have to give this one over to the Colbor. Switching to 3200 Kelvin, we do notice the Colbor drifts slightly towards yellow-red in comparison, but the skin tones seem to be right on target. Whereas the Ninjas, all the colors seem to be slightly cooler and the skin tones pick up more magenta at 3200 Kelvin. In terms of build quality, the CL100 is a simple light. It has a plastic construction, however there is some metal to be found here and there, but also has some nice touches such as this locking power cable. Now this tightening knob doesn't offer the most confidence. I wish they added a longer handle to make sure you could really tighten that down. That being said, it does hold up my softbox well, so at the end of the day, it does get the job done, and the plastic construction does keep it lighter and easier to travel with. I briefly want to discuss fan noise, as this could be a potential issue for filmmakers. So the CL100 has two different modes to control the built-in fan. There is a smart mode, which only turns on as it's needed, and then there's a quiet mode, which basically just runs at a consistent speed. So let's listen to both of them and see how they sound. And now let's switch over to the Ninja 400, which, as shown in my previous review, is nearly silent. So on the quiet mode, you do hear a bit of fan noise, so just keep that in mind if you do plan to have this light close to you. If that fan kicks up, it could be picked up in your microphone. I personally, however, don't think that would be an issue for the way I shoot. I usually have my microphone at least a few feet away from the light source. I hope Colbor continues to make and improve upon the CL100. I would love to see an even brighter light, perhaps a metal housing, a silent fan. I would also like to see an RGB version of this light because not too many companies can actually do that or do it well. I would like to encourage Colbor to focus on a couple things that are really good at, such as the color quality and providing everything in a convenient package, while still trying to keep it at an affordable price. I feel like this is a great budget light to get started with. It's simple, the bicolor capabilities are incredibly helpful, and I'm impressed with both of its output and its color quality. Plus, the accessories it includes, such as the remote and the additional battery plate, makes it even more versatile, and it only costs $200. So I say if you're looking for a budget bi-color light, you can't go wrong with a Colbor CL100.